So let's talk about link wheels. Well, what are they? Link wheels are basically interconnected groups of sites. They're a set of Web 2.0 properties that link to each other and push a central money site higher in the search engines. So basically you can think of it like a wheel. Each spoke of the wheel is a link from an external site. In the middle of the wheel is what we call your money site. Your money site is the site that's going to earn you money directly. So it could be your sales letter, your AdSense site, your CPA offer, whatever it might be. It's all there, all in the middle. So basically you create this wheel of sites around it that link to each other and link to the central site. It's a very, very effective way to help you increase your search engine rankings. You can get a massive boost up the search engines by doing something as simple as creating these sites, particularly if you pick authority sites that are ranking well in the search engines anyway. So it's very, very effective, and what you'll find is you can start to dominate the top 10 search results in Google because your Web 2.0 properties are going to start to rank, but on top of that you're going to get ranking from your money site. So with this you could get 5, 6, 7 or more of the top 10 results if you do it properly and follow through what we're going to teach you. Now the only downside of link wheels is they can take a little while to create. They're not exactly quick and they can be very, very time consuming. So it can take you some time to do it, and I think this puts a lot of people off creating link wheels. People are excited, they're keen to have a go, and then they realise how long it's going to take and it puts them off. But it can provide you with a really good kick up the search engine, so honestly it is worthwhile doing. Now whether you choose to do it yourself, use software, or to outsource it is entirely up to you. It's your choice how you do it, but we're going to talk about those options as we go through it. But whatever your traffic generation strategy is, whatever your magic formula for getting yourself to the top of the search engines is, a link wheel should become a component of it because it's very, very useful. Particularly if you create a link wheel per keyword, you can end up with a very, very powerful network of websites that are really going to help you dominate the search engines. Now what's in this course? Well, this is a complete step-by-step guide to link wheels. Now I know there's some other training out there. You'll find the odd PDF telling you a little bit about link wheels, but this is an absolute step-by-step guide that tells you everything you need to know from start to finish, including some really advanced techniques. So we're going to discuss a lot in this video series. We're going to talk about the content that you need, where to get it from, what to use, and how, depending upon your strategy for your link wheel, you'll use different types of content. We're going to talk about how to create a link wheel as well. I'm going to show you how you do this. It's not particularly difficult to do, but I want to show you exactly how you create a link wheel. I'm going to talk to you about some advanced link wheel techniques as well. Now there's plenty of techniques you can use, but I want to show you some particularly effective ones to help you really maximize the results you get from your link wheels. Now of course, one thing you can do is all these spokes of your link wheels are independent websites. What happens if you promote those and get them ranking? Your money site will get extra link love and get a good boost up the search engine. So we're going to talk about that as well. It's very, very important. It's really going to help you. We're also going to talk about outsourcing, because I think outsourcing is very important when it comes to link wheel creation. Sure, you can do it all yourself, but at the end of the day, it takes time, and it's time you could be spending doing something else. So I'm going to talk to you about how you outsource your link wheel creation and give you a lot of tips as well. Now, a lot of people don't like link wheels because they say they don't work because their sites get deleted and removed and delisted. Now, that doesn't happen if you follow the tips I'm going to give you. I'm going to show you tips for success that are really, really going to help you succeed with link wheels. And of course, there's going to be a lot more. This isn't just about link wheels. You're going to learn lots more information about internet marketing, traffic generation, and so on. There's going to be an action-packed course full of information, so you may want to get yourself a pen and paper and take some notes as you go through, because we're going to cover quite a lot. So I hope you're ready for us to move on now. We're going to start talking more about link wheels right now, and I'm going to show you a picture of a link wheel and tell you more about how they actually work. Okay, so here we have a picture of a link wheel. You can see it's fairly easy to understand. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spokes. Now typically a link wheel may have more, may have less, it depends on how many you want to create. But you can see what we do is that each of these spokes is linking to another one of the spokes and to the money site. Now obviously you don't have to link in the order like this. Wetpaint might link to Hub Pages might link to Squidoo, which links to WordPress, and so on. But you would link them to each other because that helps boost them all up, and then obviously they all link to your money site. Now remember, these links, these arrows represent links, are 70% your main keyword and 30% your other keywords. This helps minimize the footprint and helps make the linking strategy look more natural. Now what you would do with each of these spokes here is, you can see down here with Squidoo, what we've done is we've dug it with dig.com, we've stumbled upon it, we've maybe submitted an article or two, we've done some social bookmarking at OnlyWire, and maybe used Delicious as well. So what this does is this notifies the search engines that this Squidoo Lens, our Web 2.0 property, is in existence, and helps get it some backlinks so that it can start to rise up the search engine rankings. So it's very, very important to do this. You might submit the RSS feed, you might do a few other bits and pieces, because remember, the higher each of these spokes rank, the better it is for your money site, because PageRank transfers through. So if I've got a PageRank 2 here linking to my money site, it's going to give it a lot more weight in the search engine. So this is going to benefit greatly if these rank well and are also considered to be authorities. Now if you do this well, you can end up with all of these ranking in the top 10. You can pretty much dominate the search engine results for your desired keywords. So you know, pretty much any link that anyone clicks on is something to do with you, and it's something you're going to earn from. So yeah, this is link wheels basically in a nutshell. They're not difficult to do, and all you do is you keep adding in new spokes over time and making the link wheel bigger and bigger and bigger. And all you do is you keep adding links to each other and the links to your central money site, and you just perform some promotion of each of the sites, and you do well. This is it. It's simple. It really isn't difficult to do. It just takes a bit of time, and unfortunately that puts a lot of people off, because a lot of people don't want to spend the time doing this. But if you do, you're going to see some really good results, because this central money site is going to rank very well in the search engines. So keyword research for a link wheel is pretty much the same as it is for a normal website. You come to the Google external keyword tool, or whatever your particular favorite tool is, and do some searches. So we're going to say we're going to look for, let's go for natural weight loss is the keyword we're going to look for. Now we can change our location here. So let's pick United States. In fact, let's pick all countries. And you can see they've updated the tool slightly because you can add filters in it. So I might want to say, well, I only want global monthly searches over 1,000. Anything less than that I'm not really interested in, because there's not enough traffic to make it worth my while. So we'll look for all countries and all languages, and we can have this filter, and we're actually going to take this filter out just for this example. So we've set it to all countries and all languages. So basically this gives us an idea of how many searches there are in total. Now if I want to know just how many English searches there were, I could use this option here. But I want, for this example, I want to know exactly how many there are across the whole world. So let's do all languages, and let's click on search. Okay, now you can see here it's come up with some search results for us, and you can see it gives us the keyword and global monthly searches here. Now if I click on this column here, it will sort them by global monthly searches, which just makes it a little bit easier for us to look at it. So you can see it's given us lots of different ideas for keywords, as well as the keyword we searched for. So you've got natural weight loss, that's got 135,000 searches, that's a good one, and many more. Now if we scroll down, we get to the lower end. These are what we call the long tail keywords. These are much easier to target. So what you may do with your link wheel is you may want to target some of these lower competition, lower searches ones, which usually have less competition. You may want to go down as far as even some of these that are sort of 700 or 800 searches a month, because these should be relatively easy for you to rank for, so you can get your spokes of your link wheel ranking. So we're going to say we're going to look at, let's just take this keyword here, natural weight loss. In fact, no, quick natural weight loss. So what we'll do is it's got 1600 searches, so let's go and check Google. What we do is we put it in quotes, and we do a Google search, and we look at the competing sites. Now there's only 36,900 competing sites, so that will be a green light. Basically anything under about 50,000-60,000 is good to go for. You can see it's a keyword that makes money. There's lots of advertisers down this side, and if we look at what's in here, you can see, right, well, what's top? There's a Go articles. This is user generated content. These look like sales pages. There's another article there. So this looks like it'd be a good keyword to target. So one thing we can do as well is, if we're looking for more ideas, is we go here to the Google Wonder Wheel. Now the Wonder Wheel is a great tool, and what it does is it shows us other keywords related to it, and natural weight loss remedies, and when you click on each one, it's going to give you more and more ideas. So it's a good way to find out what Google thinks are related keywords to your keyword. So it's a very, very powerful thing to do. Now when it comes to using your keywords, what you want to do is you want to use your main keyword. So if a quick natural weight loss is my main keyword, I'm going to use that, say, 70% of the time in my link wheel linking. I will pick other keywords from here, and I will use these keywords probably around about 30%. The reason being is if all your link wheels are using the same keyword, then that's obviously going to give it away to Google. It leaves a footprint. So what we want to do is we want to minimize the footprint that we leave. So using sort of 30% of other keywords as a rough figure means that not all links are coming from the same keyword. So it gives that more, shall we say, natural look. Plus, it's going to help your site obviously rank for those other keywords. And that's pretty much all you need to do with keyword research. So you'd write these down, put them in Notepad, whatever it might be. You'd keep track of these keywords, and then you start using them as we go through. Now remember, these keywords are also going to be in your content. So they'll be in the title. Your main of each link wheel spoke, the main keywords are going to be in the title. So I might have quick natural weight loss at Squidoo, for example, and so on. I might end up having to put the word tips or put dashes in it, or secrets or advice or help or something in it at the end, so that it's still the main keyword, but I want the main keyword there because that's very, very important in getting it to rank. And once you've got these, you're ready to move on to the next stage, where we're going to start creating the link wheel itself. So let's talk a little bit about content for your link wheel now. Now, the type of content you use will depend upon your strategy for your link wheel. Are you looking at dominating the top 10 and having human visitors? Or are you basically not fussed about the human visitors and all you want is to get the links to your site? If you really want human visitors and you want to rank well, then you need unique content. It has to be well written, unique content, either written by yourself or outsourced. It doesn't matter which. If you're outsourcing it, be prepared to pay sort of $10-ish for decent quality content. Now, if you're creating, say, a 10 link wheel, a 10 spoke link wheel, each one maybe has 2 pieces of content on it, that means you need 20 unique pieces of content. Now, this isn't, particularly practical, because it's going to take you a couple of days to write it, or it's going to cost you a couple of $100 to outsource it. So what you might do is you might get 2 or 3 unique articles written, and then spin it or something else to stretch the content out so you can use it in your link wheels. Now the last thing you want is for all your link wheels to be identical in content if you are expecting real people to visit and you want them to read it. If it's all the same, they're going to leave the site very quickly because they're going to go, well, I've seen this already, and go. So if you've got unique content on each one, it's very, very powerful because you can really dominate the search results. The other option, of course, is to use private label rights content. Now this can be used as is or rewritten, or as we'll talk about in a minute, spun. It depends upon what you want to achieve. Now PLR content you're probably going to use if you are not too worried about humans ever really visiting it, because again, you don't want people coming to your site and going, oh, I've already seen this. Yeah, they've seen it lots and lots of places. You want them to come there, find something fresh, new and interesting, and then obviously come through to your money site. The final option, of course, is spun content. It can be either unique or PLR spun. Now, in reality, what you are likely to use is a combination of these. You're likely to use some unique content, some spun unique content, some rewritten or spun PLR content. You're going to use a combination of it because it's probably most cost effective, and it's also going to give you sort of the quickest and the best results. So you're likely to use a combination of this, and it will vary from link wheel to link wheel as to, do you have PLR content that's good enough quality? Do you have access to a spinner? Have you got someone to write the unique content? So it's going to vary. But what I want to do now is just talk a little bit more about spinning the content, because spinning is another thing that people don't really understand, and there's a lot of, shall we say, mystique and a lot of misunderstanding. So firstly, you need a 450 plus word article. You need a decent length article. If it's too short, then it's not really enough content for link wheel. You want something that's good length. About 450, 500 to 600 words is enough. Any longer than that, and you might as well stretch it out a little bit longer and split it into two. So somewhere between 450 and 600-ish words, and not exact figures. So somewhere around that. Once you've done that, you won't then want to use your particular spinning syntax to rewrite each sentence 3 times. Now, this will vary according to what type of spinner software you're using, but basically you rewrite each sentence 3 times. And you will find that perhaps you can't rewrite all of them. You may find that some of them you can only rewrite once or twice. Other sentences you may be able to rewrite 5 or 6 times. So, you know, 3's a sort of average you're looking for. So some will be less and some will be more. Just, you know, if you can rewrite it a number of times, rewrite it that number of times. Then within each sentence that you've rewritten, basically every single one of the sentences, you spin as many phrases and words as you can. So if there's a phrase that you can spin, you spin it. If there's a single word you can spin, you spin that as well. So you spin the single words typically with synonyms and the phrases with other phrases that mean the same. You will spin contractions with the full version, so can't becomes cannot, your becomes you are, there becomes they are, and so on. And what this does is this varies the word length of the article and helps make it that little bit more unique. Now if you've got numbers, you may spin those between number 1 and the word 1. If you've got lists, you may do those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I, V, VI, and so on, or A, B, C, D, E, something like that. So you've got to try and spin as much as you can so it varies and looks different. And if you can do that, then obviously that's going to make the article highly unique. You're going to get a massive level of uniqueness, which means you can get 50, 60, 70 plus articles out of a single article that are really, really unique. And that is fantastic and just what you want, because the more unique your articles are, then obviously the better it's going to be for you, simply because you're going to have unique content that looks and sounds different on all of your link wheel properties. Now there are automated spinners out there that you can use, and I've experimented with a few of them, and I can honestly say that whilst they do produce a high level of uniqueness, they don't produce content that is readable for humans. There's plenty of words which have many meanings in the English language which the spinners don't understand the context. They just look at the word and spin that word. They don't understand the context which the word is being used in. So for example, one niche that I've seen a lot of recently is, say, past life regression. Now put that into an automated spinner and life and regression will be left alone, but past will be spun to previous, past and previous. And of course previous life regression doesn't make sense, it's not the same thing. And there's many other examples like that. So you can use an automated spinner if you're creating Canon fodder that's just for the search engines and you don't care about real visitors ever actually seeing it. And if you do that, then obviously, be aware that it's not going to read properly and it's not going to make sense. But if you follow through what we've talked about here for spinning your link wheel content, then you're going to find that it's very, very good. You're going to get some really, really good, unique content. That means your link wheel is going to be unique. So that means that every single site can rank very, very well, and you are much more in the chance of dominating the search engine results and really, really, being the #1 player in your particular niche. So we want to start by creating our link wheel. Now, we've talked a bit about the theory, and over the coming videos we'll go into more detail about them. But for now, we want to talk about how you create your first site. So we're going to create our first site here on, let's say, blogger.com. It doesn't matter which one you create it on. There's many out there, so just pick one and start on that one. But don't always start on the same one. So what we're going to do is we're going to sign in with our Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can create one as you sign in. So I'm just going to sign in and we'll start creating a blog. Okay, so now we have to create our blog. So we give it a title. Now we're going to call it 7 Steps to Internet Marketing Success. So we can say that our keyword here is Internet Marketing Success. So what we want is we want our keyword in the title and our keyword here as the domain name. So let's check the availability and see whether it's free. It's not available, so we can go for this one, 7 Steps to Internet Marketing Success. What we might do is we might decide, well, actually we're going to call it Internet Marketing Success Tips. Let's see if that works. Right, that's not available either, so let's just put for you, see if that one's free. Okay, so that is available, so we then click continue. So we got a keyword in there. Ideally you want your keyword right at the start of the URL, because that's going to be much better for you. So now we have to pick a theme. Again, it doesn't matter what theme you choose unless you're particularly keen on human visitors. We'll just go on at random. We're going to have that one. Oh, missed. That one will do. There you are. We picked one. And then click continue. You can pick any template you want. It just doesn't matter. As long as it looks nice, that's all that we're fussed about. You can spend some time designing and picking the template if you really want, but you've got to remember, part of the aim of the game here is to get these sites done and get these sites out there fairly quickly. The more time you spend messing around with the sites, then obviously the longer it's going to take you to create your link wheel. Okay, and then we're ready to continue. You can have a look at the advanced setups where you can use your own domain or import a blog from somewhere else, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to start blogging. Okay, so what we do is we're going to put our article in here. So there's our article. We put our title up here. So this is the title, keyword in title. Your article is going to be keyword rich. You want decent keywords in it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put links through to our website. So we'd have keyword 1 and keyword 2. Now what these will do is these need to be naturally included in the text. So write about something naturally and just include your keyword, and then all you do to make it a hyperlink is to click that button there, and then when you're done you publish the post and it's out there. Now there's many other things you can do. You can monetize it with some Google ads, you can change the layout settings, etc, etc. It's up to you how you want to do it, whether you want to edit it. You may want to add 2 or 3 posts. Now if you spun your content, in here will go a spun version. So let's just spun version of article will go in there, and then you'll have unique titles. So you don't want to create, say, a 60 spoke link wheel with every single one having the same title, because that's obviously going to give it away. So you want to vary the title, different combinations of keywords and so on, in order to really make it look good and sound good. And basically that's what you do once you've got your keywords. So this one is going to link to our money site, say, and then this one is linked to next link wheel spoke. Now obviously if you haven't created this yet, you can't link to it. So in this instant, because we haven't got any more, we probably wouldn't have this keyword. This keyword would disappear, and we may have a link out to, say, an authority site or something else. When we create our next spoke in our link wheel, we will have these two links. Now don't always do them in the same order. Sometimes swap these over. So the link wheel spoke link is first, and then the money site link is second. So swap them around occasionally. So on our next one, we would have these two links in, one linking to this Blogger blog and the other linking to our money site. And that's basically all you need to do. You simply just repeat this for as many Web 2.0 properties as you want to, and you just keep doing the same process again and again and again, and you'll end up quite literally with lots and lots of incoming links. And then what you need to do is, I'd recommend just create a spreadsheet or a text document, a notepad or whatever, and what you want to do is you want to record, let's just write down what you want to record. You want to record the site name, then you want to record the username, the password, the URL to the site, and maybe the RSS feed. And then that makes it easy for you to quite simply track this. And then once you've created them, you go through the URLs and ping them. You go and submit the RSS feeds. You may also want to track keyword 1 or the two keywords. So you might want money site keyword and maybe link wheel keyword, so the internal link to the next site. So you may want to track those, and that will help you track what keywords you're using, so you can make sure that you don't use the same keyword too many times. Just tracking something like that is going to make it a lot easier for you to administrate this and keep track of what you've done, where you've done it, and basically update it so that you can basically update it so that you can keep track of what you've done, and you're pinging everything. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to create the site, then you've got to ping it, then you've got to submit the RSS feed, and then a week later you're going to think, right, now where was that site? What was it called again? Because I want to go back and add some more content. So, just a simple spreadsheet like this is going to help you keep track of it. Very, very worthwhile doing. But you can see, it's not difficult to do, is it? It's really, really easy. And you just repeat this for multiple sites, and before you know it, you will have a good amount of incoming links to your website. It's incredibly powerful, effective, and easy to do. So now you understand sort of the basics of a link wheel. Let's go on to the next video and talk a little bit more about some of the advanced techniques and how you can really take your link wheel structure to the next level.